In the studio, we have comedian Nic Kovicki, who recently got to work with a guy named Greg Warren. Greg has a couple of great stand-up comedy specials floating around in the ether. And Nick was recently featured in Spider-Man. You want to tell me again, what was that?
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay, and that's sort of a cartoon kind of a...
Animated movie, and I play Lego Spider-Man in that movie.
So did you have to dress up in a suit or something with the weird lights on it?
I didn't have to, but I just chose to do that. Not even in the studio, just in my, my wife just saw me like, what are you doing?
Where did you meet your wife, by the way?
We met at a Little People convention. So... Yeah.
Okay.
There's national conventions where little people get together, and
are there a lot of Yellow Brick Road
Tom?
gags? And...
Let's say good morning to Greg Warren.
I can't.
Hey.
Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Good save there, Chip.
Hi,
Thank you.
Greg.
Greg
Hey,
Warren has
guys.
joined us. Hey, Greg, how are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
All right.
Well, we couldn't see you before the screen was you weren't there, but now I can see that you're
Okay.
there. And you know Nick, right?
I do know Nick. Nick's a very, very good guy and a very funny guy. Nick, did you happen to tell the guys about what group of people always want to protect you?
Yeah. No, this is a wild thing. I have a weird thing where gangsters are attracted to me. It doesn't matter what set I'm in. I'll be walking down the street and hear, "Yo, little man, I got you," and usually they just walk away.
Wow.
All right.
As if there's a random urban guardian out there somewhere.
I got you.
Oh, that's great.
That's wild.
Once again, Nick is a man.
I think that'd be nice if we did it. Everyone did it for everybody.
Yeah.
Yelling across the street, "Yo, Tom, I got you!"
I mean, it's crazy too. Literally, cars will just stop and the tinted windows, and they'll roll down and go, "Yo, take my number down." I have 3 people named Scarface in my phone right now.
Once again, Nick is a man small of stature. May I ask how tall you are?
I'm 3'10".
3'10". Okay, very good, very good.
Hey, little man, I got you, man.
I would love it if you showed up to a Nick show and just front row, there's like 3 dudes with face tattoos sitting there.
All the time. All the time.
Wow. At these little people conventions, did you get to do stand-up typically? Or?
Yeah. I'll do a show a lot of times. I basically started doing stand-up as a kid because I'd raise money for Little People of America and also for the Dorf Athletic Association. So I do shows at it, and I actually coach basketball. At it. And so it's, everyone got quiet. That is not a joke. That is a real thing. We play basketball. There's games.
Because here's what here's what's
really
happening.
good at
Here's
sports,
what's happening, Nick.
A lot of people.
I wish there was one of those thought balloons, because as you're saying that, I'm thinking, should I ask them if they lower the basket?
No.
You don't. It's 10 feet?
10 feet, and people, there's actually 2 people that play for the Harlem Globetrotters, Jamani.
I just saw them.
And they're both little people.
I love the Globetrotters.
And Justin Tompkins, they're both on the Globetrotters. They were on our team, too. So we would play other teams, both in the U.S. and around the country. And we have 2 Harlem Globetrotters on our team. So we'd be winning 100 to 2. But it's awesome.
Wow. We're also joined, as I mentioned, by the very handsome Greg Warren. And Greg is out there doing lots of stuff, including you're going to be at the Funny Farm in Youngstown, Ohio, Friday, October 13th, and Saturday the 14th at the Club Cafe in Pittsburgh. Now, are you Pittsburgh, PA?
Yes, Pittsburgh, PA.
Okay, I jokingly say that because last week our winner in our football contest, the Pigskin Pick'em, was from Pittsburgh, Kansas.
That's right.
Yeah, really good 1AA football team out of Pittsburgh, Kansas, the Gorillas.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, they're like a perennial, whatever that chick, what is it, the lower
I know Division 2 or
It's not Division 2. It's like the lower version of Division
Right,
1.
right.
They're like the champions every year.
it always
The
seems like it
Gorillas,
goes through Montana State or something.
Yes, Montana. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
They're called the
North Dakota
Gorillas?
State too, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a great name for a team.
Yeah.
They've had North Dakota State. I think Carson Wentz went there. I think maybe that's wrong, but it's somewhere like that.
Okay, cool. Now, what's on your mind today, Greg Warren?
Guys, I was going to talk about Harley Davidsons today.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Of course, created by William Harley and 3 Davidsons, Arthur, Walter, and William Davidson. Should have been called Harley, Davidson, and Davidson.
Hard to fit that in the gas tank.
Now,
Yeah, exactly.
now, how does the Marlboro Man fit into this? Isn't that a movie, Harley Davidson? And
I believe that was Michael Douglas, was it?
yes, I think it might have been.
Wasn't it
And
done?
Don Johnson.
Mickey
I believe.
Rourke, wasn't it?
Was it Mickey Rourke?
Yeah, Don Johnson and Mickey Rourke, I think is what.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Really awful
Good film.
movie. Okay.
What?
Yeah, terrible
All right.
movie is what I'm just saying. I was just trying to be positive,
Opinions are-
Chick.
I heard, and I don't know if you have this tidbit, but I heard that Harley Davidson tried to patent the sound of their engine. Is that right?
Yes, man,
Yes.
that's amazing. Yeah, they tried to patent it and they could not do it because it was basically unenforceable. The sound is
It's very distinctive, but it's
it's described as
loud.
potato.
potato,
Potato. Yeah. That's also Josh at the Wendy's Super Bar.
Yeah, it is.
Here
Give it to him,
defend
Greg.
myself.
Poor guy's not even in studio.
That bastard.
Yeah, they tried to patent it. They couldn't. There is one mechanical sound that is patented. Do you guys know what it is?
Oh, gosh.
Is it the Chris Craft boat?
Don't pay attention to him. The milkshake maker. I don't.
It's a mechanical sound that there's a patent on the sound?
Yes, the Zippo lighter.
No
Really?
kidding.
You unclick the case thing, yeah.
See, now this is the stuff before Greg started working with us that I didn't know.
It's a wow moment. He gave us a wow
it
moment.
is.
Zippo lighter.
The Zippo lighter. That's you can't copy that, guys.
Son of a gun.
Yeah. Now, of course, there's other sounds that are patented, like the MGM roaring lion, and the NBC chimes or whatever. But those aren't mechanical sounds, you know.
Isn't that right, Pat, that the NBC is GEC for GE Company?
I'm not quite sure. The notes?
GEC. Play GEC for
It's
me.
164.
Can you
Piano
play
up?
that on the computer?
Oh, look at you.
Wow.
Man.
GEC, GE Company, yeah.
Very good.
I'm full of today, aren't I? Huh? Okay.
Yeah, we're discovering some stuff today, guys.
More about Harleys. What do you got?
Well, they were one of 2 companies to survive the Depression. 2 motorcycle companies. There was a bunch of motorcycle companies, and then after the Depression, there were 2. It was Harley and Indian motorcycles,
Right.
Yeah.
which is I think called Polaris now.
You see an Indian every now and then. You'll see the Indian motorcycle, sure.
Yeah, they're around. Yeah, during the Depression, Harley Davidson made these things called Servy cars. They were 3-wheeled delivery vehicles, and that's how they got through the Depression. Which, who's getting delivery during the Depression? Hey, we have nothing to eat in the house, only a can of beans. Well, just order a pizza, man.
Yeah. That's right.
The original Uber Eats.
Yes.
Uber stars.
They made bicycles for a while. Did you know that?
Harley Davidson?
Yeah, they did in like 1916. They were like, well, the way that we're going to get people into Harleys is we'll just keep these kids familiar with the brand. And it didn't work. They were well made. They were comfortable. They were just way too expensive. Yeah, kids can't afford a Harley. And they were involved in World War I and World War II. We sent 20,000 Harleys into World War I and 90,000 Harleys in World War II.
I always see
also-
in war movies like that, you see the messenger riding up on a Harley Davidson
With a
right?
sidecar.
I don't
With
think
a
it was that.
sidecar.
I think they were fighting too, Chick.
Really?
Ooh.
On a
Yeah,
motorcycle?
Yeah. Well, you don't need 20,000 messenger cars, do you?
Well, there were a lot of messages.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. There were quite a few messages.
The famous Steve McQueen jump. What kind of bike was that?
I think that was a Triumph, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that out there somewhere?
I'm guessing.
And Steve
No,
McQueen, did Steve McQueen, he really did it. Isn't that the...
He did. He did his
Legend.
own stuff.
I know he wanted to.
Okay.
I don't know if
I
he
know
really-
Evel Knievel, and I think we covered this in a previous report. Evel Knievel jumped over 14 Greyhound buses on a Harley Davidson in 1975.
He did.
And then his son took over and beat the record, right?
Robbie, yeah.
Sadly, the late Robbie Knievel.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that Harley riders put bells on their on the bottom of the Harley. It's good luck. They are
did not
called
know
Guardian bells, Spirit bells, Gremlin bells, or the ever popular Roman Maroney, I see your bells in a sling bells.
A tribute to Johnny Dangerously, everyone.
Yes. Josh's dad thinks that guy should have won an Oscar that year.
He's not wrong.
But the bells, they're for good luck, and you're not supposed to buy them yourself. They're better luck if somebody gives you those bells.
Oh, cool.
Which I think, I just see some biker calling up another biker on Christmas Eve like, hey, Snake, what do you say this year? I'll give you some bills and you give me some bills. That way we'll, trick the system a little bit. A lot of names for these different Harley Davidson engines: flathead, knucklehead, panhead, shovelhead. These are all names my nephew calls me. Twin Cam, Revolution, Milwaukee 8, Revolution Max. Back in the 70s, Harley Davidson were crap. Really, they were not made well. The company wasn't doing well, and AMF bought them. American Machine and Foundry. You know what AMF makes mostly?
Bowling balls.
Bowling equipment, exactly. They do, Christy. And they bought the company, and they figured out we really don't know a lot about motorcycles.
They just start throwing motorcycles.
Yeah. You know what, guys? It turns out motorcycles are more difficult to build than bowling balls.
I think so.
Hey, those bowling balls didn't have any motors on them. What's the deal with that?
That's the key thing.
Yes.
That's the key thing. There's no shovelhead, panhead on those. And a bunch of Harley Davidson ex-execs bought them back. And they still have a little bit of a reputation. Their reputation is still a little bit tarnished from the bowling ball era.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. That they're a little bit undependable. Some people say. Clothing is 5% of Harley Davidson's gross sales.
I was going to say that because every Harley Davidson shop has their own unique shirt, and a lot of guys buy a shirt every time they go to a Harley shop.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of and there are legitimate outlaw biker gangs that are doing horrible things, and they're really tough people. They're probably protecting Nick too, but but a lot of these people, it's like I get it, Tiny. You're a bad man, and you deal meth. But let's be honest, you all play dress up. You just do.
Is that your bike out there? No. I see that you have Harley on your pants and jacket.
Oh, that's another. Yeah, that's right, Nick. They say like a lot of people buy the clothing and do not have a Harley. It's like aspirational. It's like, come on. Yeah, it's like the guy. I don't know. It's the guy that gets all weepy about Notre Dame. Like, did you go there? No.
Now, let me ask you, I have a real quick question for Nick. Once again, you're a man short of stature.
Yes.
Have you ever ridden a motorcycle and been the pilot, if you will?
I've ridden on a motorcycle, but it quickly, I've been kind of just riding on the back with somebody, so not exactly the toughest stance.
Yeah, I wonder is there a way? I imagine there's probably a way to modify a Harley.
There probably is, but I'm 3'10", so if I'm driving around and somebody doesn't see me, I don't know. I could modify it all I want. A truck is gonna hit me on a road, so I don't know. But
I guarantee you now, there's going to be about 6 Harleys pulled up to the studio.
Right now there's
I got you, brother.
Yeah. I've had a couple of them, and right now by saying that too, in the back of my head, I'm like, there could be like 4 or 5 little people that ride up in customized Harleys. Like, what are you talking about? And they're the ones that are going, I got you.
And they're going to beat your ass.
Yeah.
Are there little people gangs?
I'm not sure, but if there are, I would hope that I'm on their side.
Okay. I'm sorry. We're talking with Greg Warren. Today's topic: Harley Davidson motorcycles, and they have a legion of fans for good reason, and they're now making them the right way again. At the Harley Davidson factory. And you say 5% of their gross sales is clothing?
That's right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If not more.
Now, of course, there are a lot of motorcycle gangs, and there are some outlaw motorcycle gangs. They call themselves 1%ers, the bad guy biker gangs. Do you know why?
Why?
Because the American Motorcycle Association has stated several times 99% of motorcyclists are law-abiding citizens.
Oh, okay.
So these guys, and they have a patch that says 1%er on it.
Hey, arrest me. I'm the guy.
That's weird. My dad also has a patch that says 1%er. How odd.
That's a very different 1%er, Willie.
Different club, Willie, but thank you.
But a lot of 1%ers in his club have Harley Davidsons.
That's
too.
true.
Yes.
They do, but they're very different than those. These are not the same people.
Right.
I'm a 1%er, Snake. I don't think you're anything like me. And you have to own, basically in most of these outlaw biker gangs, you have to own a Harley. You can get by sometimes with a Polaris/Indian motorcycle, like another American-made motorcycle, but you pretty much need to have a Harley. It's said here that, like, for Hell's Angels, you have to ride a Harley, and it needs to be your primary means of transportation.
Oh.
Which I would be like, hey, Tiny, I know you got the Harley, but me and Tank saw you doing a meth deal in a minivan last night, so you got to ride it. You got to ride it. You can't just have it. You got to ride it, and you got to ride it for purpose.
That can be problematic in the winter if you're in the Hells Angels of Nome, Alaska. I would think it'd be.
I love that they could be out there just like at a charging station with like a Prius. You're like, what happened?
Greg, we got to wrap it up. Once again, Mr. Greg Warren, Friday, October 13th, Funny Farm in Youngstown, and then he'll be just down the road in Pittsburgh, Saturday, October 14th. Go see Greg live. He's great. And he does a terrific job. And don't forget to check out his specials, The Salesman, and Where the Field Corn Grows. They're excellent. They're out there floating in the ether. Be sure to check them out. Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, guys. Nick, I got you, man.